Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Bearded Brad Barbecue. Today's video, we're gonna be turning this into this. Let's do it. Alright guys, so today we're gonna be cooking this 10-pound picnic roast. This is just a section of the shoulder here. First thing we're gonna do is just trim off a little bit of this excess fat on top. We don't want to remove all of it. We just want to clean it up just a little bit. There's really not a whole lot on this one here. Clean up some of this on the side. You can leave as much or as little as you like when you're doing this. Kind of do it to preference, I guess. All right, I think that's gonna be good enough for me there. That's done with the trimmings. All right, we are gonna be doing a brine on this roast today. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna start off with a bowl of warm water. Now you want warm because when we put the salt and the sugar in, you want that to be able to dissolve. So we're gonna start with some coarse kosher salt here. I don't have any like exact measurements here. We're just gonna sprinkle in a little bit of kosher salt. We're using brown sugar. You can use white sugar when you're doing your brine as well, but I'm just gonna use brown sugar. We're just gonna mix this salt and sugar into this water. Try to get it to dissolve the best we can here. And then we got some whole black peppercorns. Sprinkle in a little bit of that. Now, a lot of times I'll use Worcestershire, but I actually don't have any. So what I have is some ghost pepper steak sauce here. It's gonna give us a little bit of heat, but still gonna get us that nice flavor. Nothing too crazy. And then we're gonna drop in a few garlic cloves. Can't ever go wrong with some garlic. Mix that up a little bit more. All right, now once you got that good and mixed, we're gonna take some ice. We're just gonna put in some ice cubes in here. That way we can cool off that warm water, because we do not want to pour warm water on top of the roast. All right, we'll let this ice cool that water down. We got a bigger bowl here. We're gonna put our picnic roast in. Barely fits. Need to get a bigger bowl. All right, once your brine gets cooled off, we're just gonna pour it over top of this picnic roast here. Just till you fill up your bowl. All right, and that's it. Now we're gonna wrap her up. We're gonna put her in the fridge. It's about 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. right now, and we're gonna smoke this tomorrow. So it's gonna sit in the fridge probably till about 5 or 6 a.m. tomorrow morning when I throw it on the smoker. What I am gonna do is tonight before I go to sleep, I'm just gonna flip this over. The meat is not fully submerged in this water because the bowl is a little smaller than what I really need. So before I go to bed tonight, I'm just gonna flip this over, make sure the whole thing can get a nice brine on it. So we're gonna get her wrapped up, toss her in the fridge. I'll catch y'all back tomorrow morning. All right guys, it is the next morning now. Just took the pork out of the fridge here. It is about 7 a.m., a little later than I wanted to. Slept in a little bit. But so this went right around 21 hours. See if we can get this out without making a mess. Set this on our little tray here. Make sure if you got any of the black pepper, take those off. You don't want giant chunks of black pepper when you bite into it later. All right, so now we're gonna get this thing seasoned up. I made my own rub here. We got about 1 part salt, 1 part pepper, some garlic powder, onion powder, and quite a bit, probably another 1 part of brown sugar. This is a similar rub I use with just about everything. It's got some paprika, some cayenne in it as well. But I like to put the brown sugar in there for the pork just to get a little bit of sweetness. Cut them once I season it up, so look, you want to do it just like this.
Whoa.
Get her nice and covered. Just make sure you don't touch it with the, look, all the sides everywhere, not just right here. Get this side. Oh yeah. Get this side. A little bit over here. All right.
A lot right there.
Get this side. Ah! You're getting it everywhere. All right, chill. You got it all over the place. And a little bit more right there. Okay, hey, not so wild.
No.
Last but not least, we're gonna put a little bit on the skin side. Doesn't really matter too much to get on this side. I just go ahead and cover the whole thing. Don't touch it with it, just get it up there. Alright, perfect stuff. Yeah, you got a little crazy with it. Alright, we got all the sides covered now. It is looking beautiful. Now it's time to go start the smoker. Alright guys, so today we're going to be cooking on the Masterbuilt 560. This is going to be my first time smoking on this. I've grilled on it twice, but I actually found this in the trash. So in our neighborhood here, we got this big area where if you have anything large that you need to throw away, like a grill or furniture or anything like that, people throw all kinds of crap in there. But sometimes it can be a gold mine. We've actually found some decent stuff, and so I found this in there the other day, and it looked interesting. It looked like it was in decent shape. Never used one like this, and so I went ahead and brought it home. And the only thing wrong with it, the fan was not working. One of the connectors was kind of corroded, so all I did was clean that up, and it works just fine. So it works similar to like the pellet grill that I have, but it is gravity fed charcoal. So you actually light the charcoal, and it's got a fan that'll keep it going. You can set the temperature on here, and so that fan will kind of help hold your temperature at whatever you set it on. So we're going to go ahead and get this thing loaded up with some charcoal.
Holy cow!
We'll do a little layer of charcoal, and then we take our wood chunks. We're using hickory today.
Okay, what are you going to use the wood?
Drop a couple chunks, do some more charcoal. We'll put in some more wood chunks.
Dad, can I put some?
Toss them on in there. Almost. There you go. Perfect. Perfecto.
Perfecto. I'm going to put some sugar.
So basically they said you do like a couple inches of charcoal, layer of wood, so that's what we're doing. A little bit at a time. Last little bit of charcoal.
Now, last little bit of this.
So now that we got that full, we're going to close this lid. Make sure you lock it down. Each one of these doors has a little switch, and so the thing does not work unless all the doors are closed. So down here in the firebox, it's got a little slot. You can slide a fire starter. I think I want to get one of those little disc ones, a little smaller. I think it would fit in that slot better.
Then,
Alright, so you want to push this forward and light it like that.
whoa.
Pull the trigger.
Dad. Holy cow.
Alright, so now that that's lit,
That's
we can close this door.
Dad, I made my eye put it on. I made my eye.
And then we go over here, turn this on, hit our temp. 225 looks good, so I'm going to go ahead and run it at 225.
I'm turning it on.
This fan down here is going to kick on. It's going to blow air up in there.
Dad,
So it's also got these two things. You want to make sure you open these up. These are like dampers. It's going to let the air flow. So whenever you are done, you can shut those and it'll close off the air. But now we wait on the temperature to come up. This thing will tell us. Let's wait a second. So right now it's at 100, 101, 103, 104. So we're going to give that a few minutes, let it come up to temp. For those that don't know, we do live down here by the beach, so I think we may go do a little surf fishing today. Alright, so the smoker's come up to temp now. See, it's sitting at 227. I'm interested to see how well this holds temperature using the charcoal like this, so we'll have to keep an eye on it, see how it does. It is putting off some nice smoke there. Go ahead and get this pork butt. I'm going to put it on the opposite side of where the heat's going to be coming from. Close her down. Not 100% sure how long this is going to take. If I had to guess, it's going to be about 12 to 14 hours. Cooking on this for the first time, don't exactly know how this is going to go, so it's going to be a little interesting. Take you along for the ride, see how it cooks. Alright guys, just made it back to the house. We're about 4 hours in. It seems to be holding good right around 225. I've seen it be about 224. It's gone up to 230 for a second. I did go ahead and load up the charcoal. This thing burns through quite a bit of charcoal. I don't know how I'm gonna like that. I did end up closing this off a little bit. I don't know if that'll help not burn through so much. I feel like this juice uses a lot more charcoal than like a green egg or something. I am going to do a little spritz on it. I did not have a spray bottle, but I'm going to try something. I got an old pepper bottle. I put some apple juice and then a little bit of that ghost pepper steak seasoning. Mix it up, and I'm going to see if this will work for like our little spray bottle. It's got a bunch of little holes in it for the pepper. So let's give it a try. I also did end up putting a little pan with some apple juice as well. It's looking pretty good in there. Nice. That actually worked out pretty good. Probably got a little bit more versus doing a spray bottle, but works pretty good if you don't have a spray bottle. We're gonna close it down, let it go, and we'll check on it here in a few more hours, see how it's looking. Got loaded up the basket back with charcoal, so we should be good on that for a little bit. So far, pretty nice. We'll see how it turns out when it's done, though. Catch y'all back in a few hours. All right, y'all, the cook is complete, and check that out. Tell me that doesn't look delicious right there. It smells good, it looks phenomenal, got a nice bark on it. I will say, I'm not 100% sure if I'm sold on this grill. Now, it ended up being a fairly long cook, but we burned through a ton of charcoal. I think the way it's gravity fed, and it's not like packed in tight like at the bottom of a green egg, I feel like it just burned through a bunch of charcoal, which could end up being a problem. It's kind of expensive. I mean, I don't want to burn through an entire bag just doing like one little cook, because I feel like even if I'm just trying to grill something opposed to smoking something, it's gonna burn through so much quicker. So I'm not sold on the grill yet, but I think it made a phenomenal product. We got some people coming over, so we're gonna go pull it in the house here in a minute and make some sandwiches and stuff, but I have got to do a little taste test. We're gonna pull some out the back here. Super juicy. Oh, that brine definitely has it loaded with some juices. Man, that is some mighty fine pulled pork. Perfect crust on it, or bark. Beautiful color on the bark there. I don't know if you can see that next to my black gloves, but beautiful color, beautiful flavor. This is gonna be delicious on some pulled pork sandwiches. I think we're actually gonna make some sliders with some King Hawaiian rolls. We recently have like fallen in love with King's Hawaiian rolls, doing those sliders. You can make just about anything, and they're just so dang good. I may have to do a video on exactly how I make these sandwiches and some of the other sliders we make. If you wanna see that, comment down below. This is good. If you've never brined one of your shoulders or a pork butt or any kind of pork cut, make sure you brine it a little bit the night before or whatever, and it is gonna load this thing up with some flavor and some juices. It is gonna be phenomenal. Hope you guys enjoyed that video. I can't quit eating it. We're gonna get it pulled up, make some sliders, hang out with some friends. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed if you have not already subscribed to the channel. And I'll catch y'all in the next one.